It's finally arrived. Now you can't really see the box description because of the very technical lights in my studio / back bedroom. But this is the Retroid Pocket 5 official grip. This is something I and a lot of Retroid Pocket users have been waiting a long time for. There was an official grip that came out for the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro and probably the 4, I'm not sure because I missed that generation. So the 5 has really been needing this because of the comfort issues with the placement of the left joystick. So when this was announced, I think it was back in April time on Discord. That's where Retroid tend to do their announcements. Now I'm not savvy enough to be on Discord. I am on Reddit though, and someone on Reddit, and it happens all the time, they share screenshots from the Discord of Retroid, post it in there so that we can see it as normal folks in Reddit. In April, someone said there's going to be an official grip coming out this month. I called bollocks, and I thought that I was right with that. But then it dropped, and I've never bought anything so quickly in my entire life. And as we switch to the top-down camera, this is the packaging it comes in. Now, it comes in 3 colours, black, purple, and transparent. Well, cloudy transparent, I would call it. And I must state explicitly that this is purely a review of the black model. It's the only one I've purchased and used. I've heard a lot of issues about that transparent model, about the rubber on it being a little bit too flimsy all round. The only complaints I've heard have been from the transparent one. I can't speak about the purple one, although I wish I'd have gone for the GameCube colorway. I went with black, and that's what we've got here. I'm going to open this now, and as I do, let's go over the price of this thing. So as you can see, this is the grip here. I'll compare it to a 3D one I bought in just a moment. This is priced at $15 US on Retroid's official website. I think it's goretroid.com. Now I'm based in the UK, obviously. Yorkshire is in the UK. And the shipping is either $8 for 4PX or $27 for DHL, who I've since started calling Dickhead Logistics. The reason I call them that is because, and if you're a fan of this channel or you've seen my older videos, you'll know this, I got stung by DHL, the bastards, because they charged me £50 plus, I think it was 51 and change, on customs / import fees when I bought my Retroid Pocket 5 device. I was fuming, I paid it, and I'll never use DHL again when ordering from China. And I do say that on anyone on Reddit that's asking, do I use 4PX or DHL? Please, for the love of all that is holy, use 4PX. I can only speak again if you're based in the UK. I don't know if it's they're not declaring it and DHL had been goody two-shoes or being greedy. I don't know what the situation is, but if you live here, please use 4PX. It's cheaper for a start. I know you've never heard of them. Might take a little bit longer, but you won't get extra customs or import fees on top of what you've already paid. A quick rundown of what I paid. So it was $15 plus $8. That's $23 for the mathematicians out there. On the conversion rate at the time, it was £1 to 1.333 recurring US dollars. So on my bank statement, it came out as £17.25. That was the settled amount for the Retroid Pocket 5 official grip. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, Stu, there's plenty of 3D printed grips out there, and there's some bloody good ones now. There are, but there are also some shit ones out there. Here's an example. This is one I got from Amazon. Let's put it the right way around. It comes in 2 parts, and again, I've done a video on this if you want to go and check it out. The print quality on this is abysmal, and it comes in 2 parts. Now, when you put it on the device, you clip it in, it doesn't feel secure at all. When you're playing something intense, you know when you grip the handles of a controller or anything, you really, do you know what I mean? You really feel that you could either snap the grip or harm the device or scratch it, for example, because the back is just hard plastic. This is solid 3D printer material, whatever it's called. I'm sure someone will tell me. And it's just, nah, I'm not digging it. Not for me personally. Maybe you can deal with it, sharpen it. Maybe you've got your own 3D printer. I don't know, I don't. Bought this, it was only $9.99 with free delivery from Amazon. So I can't really complain. It served a bit of a purpose, but you know, it digs into your hand. Look at that on my hands there. Digs into your hands because of the holes. It's just not nice. It's not comfortable. And for the most part, I was playing on the device. I mean, listen to that. Playing with the device without these things. So scared of hurting it. Now, it's worth being fair here and saying that there are some other 3D printed grips that don't come in two separate pieces, and they're probably done by people with more care and love, and they come in one piece. A lot of these are from America, and you're talking 20 odd quid just for the print, and then you're talking another 15 quid to ship it from America. 40, 50 quid potentially, and I'm adding a bit more there. But it's just not something I'm prepared to pay for a grip when I can get an official one for £17 and change. So talking about 4PX briefly, this came via 4PX as I've said, no customs fees were charged on the border, at Border Patrol. If they see this, maybe they'll get in trouble. Don't really care because I've not paid my customs fees at this point. Let's talk about delivery, because the biggest caveat of using 4PX, so people say, is that it takes weeks and weeks and weeks. I ordered this on May 22nd. I got a notification on May 28th, 6 days later, saying it was out for shipping with Royal Mail. That's our national postage service here. Now, I happened to be away from home at the time, so I got it rearranged to the 31st, 3 days later. But realistically, if I'd have been in, 6 days would have been the turnaround. Compare that to when I got the Retroid Pocket 5 from DHL, that came in 4 days. It's worth waiting an extra 2 days to save £50. Obviously, it wouldn't have been £50 for the grip, but you get the picture. And with the US, with the tariff situation, I struggle to follow it nowadays, but you might have extra shipping costs or tariffs on top. A lot of people in America are avoiding this grip because it's such low value or low cost, but then the tariffs and the added fees make it much more expensive than it should be. So a lot of people in the US I've found are not buying this. Mainly people in Europe and the UK are buying it. So again, if you live over there, sorry. We're going to talk about the weight of it now. So I've got my coffee grounds measurer back, as featured in a previous video. And if I press the correct button, we'll turn it on. And this is a surprisingly weighty device. Now, we'll put it on there. It might not be the best because it's sort of, you know, it's askew, but 73 grams is what I got it at, so 73.2 there. I have done it before when I've whacked it on a cup and put this on top of the cup to evenly distribute the weight better. I can do that now with some isopropyl if you wish. So if we tar that, put that on top, it's a bit hard to balance and see. You can just see that says 72.9. So 73 grams, let's call it. And it's surprisingly weighty. And for me, that is a good thing. It's not a detriment at all. I like having a device that has a bit of weight to it because it adds to the premium feel. I don't know, it makes it feel like it's more valuable, more premium. I don't know what other words to use really. Before I put it on, which is easy to do, the build quality, it's just this silicone rubbery stuff. And a lot of people were complaining that it was too flexible. Now, the only comparison I have, and a feature from another video, is this piece of shit. The screen, the back protector or whatever it is that I bought when I bought the device. This is the most pointless piece of junk. Don't even know why I still have it. I guess for a video like this. This is a back protector. It's the ugliest looking thing. This is the transparent colour I'm talking about, which is more cloudy than see-through. And it's just the ugly. It adds nothing to it and it's just awful. This is the soft material and it's just terrible, yeah. So you've got a bit of flexibility in that, just like you have that. And the side bits on this are a little bit hard. So this is almost an extended version of that back protector. But these are rock solid. These are really sturdy. And I don't know where these things go because I've looked at the back of the device. You've got these little clips in here. I don't know what they are for. Now, I don't know if it's to bridge the gap between the rubber nub here and the back of this. Possibly. Maybe that's what it is. But it's as easy as that to whack it in. You just literally shove it in and it stays in place. For the record, I have got a screen protector on this, so don't worry about it going over the nub, because it sort of just cuts off. If I can focus my top down, it just cuts off there below the screen protector, which is official also. So they obviously know that this is going on over an official screen protector. It's the same around the edge. It's a perfect cut. Absolutely flawless, and it comes over a little bit. That's the back. I was concerned that the fan would be restricted, because if you look at the back here, right, this, which I thought was the vent, which I guess it kind of is, goes all the way along, but the cut of that blocks off either end. However, having opened up my Retroid Pocket 5, for reasons or another, some beer got spilt and went into the device and caused it to start clicking. I had to open it up to dry it, basically. The fan is actually just a circle, the same as on the Flip 2. It's just one circle. I thought some overheating problems in the Flip 2 were because it was a smaller fan, the circle, and ours was the long thing. It's not. It's the same build inside, basically. It's just a small circular fan. So that doesn't make a difference to the cooling. And it's just instantly, the weight is nice. The ergonomics are nice but not life-changing. I'll come on to that. But it just adds a little bit of comfort and reassurance to the hand, which is hard to explain on camera without just giving you one, you know? But it is, like I say, it's easy to snap on and snap off. You can just lift the top off like that if you want. There's probably different ways of doing it, and you can just literally whack it in, and there you are. Bob's your uncle, Fanny is your aunt, as we say here. Now, before I got the grip, I was playing a lot of Mario, and we might as well get this open while I'm here. Mario Brothers Wonder for the secret console. For the Switch, come on. I was playing that without it. Now let me show you what it looks like. I'm just going to brag now about getting Mario Bros. Wonder to one Wonder Flea on here. So while this loads up, let's get inside. Digisho is my launcher. It's my friend. I use Citron. We're going to go in Mario Bros. Wonder. So as you can see already, I'm sort of holding it in my fingers here, and there's nothing bridging this gap between my palm and the device. So let's get this on here. We'll turn that music off just in case. And here we are. Now when I'm holding this, because you can use the D-pad on this game to control whoever, but I tend to use the analog stick because I think that's kind of what you were meant to do. If you look at a Switch's design, the left joystick's on top. So I've been using the joystick. But what I've found is we'll just go in here. When you go in here and you tend to tilt the device, I do at least, so that it feels more natural in the thumb, because if you hold it straight on like this, it does start to ache and you've got this cramp in here. Whereas if you tilt it, I just found that, and it can affect a little bit your directional accuracy, but I just much prefer this, and I forgot what I'm doing on this level. This is one of those badge levels, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I've found it tilted on almost a 45-degree angle there. Whereas if you whack the thingy on it, you can hold it normally, and you can just play it. I forgot what the blooming thing is to do on this level, but I didn't read the thing at the start. But yeah, you can hold it normally, and your thumb isn't as bent, and you've got that little reassurance here that bridges the gap. I think that's where the aching comes from, to be honest. You're just hovering your arm there, so you feel it in your wrist and in your forearm as well. But that's this. My hands definitely feel the difference. My thumb, I don't play games for too long as it is, but my thumb feels the difference, and it thanks me for it in various ways. For bigger hands like mine, yeah, you're going to warrant it. That's how big my hands are compared to the device. Pretty much a similar size. If you've got smaller hands, feel free to don't use the grip, but for the price, why not? Give it a shot. Even if you don't use it, whack it somewhere. It's good to have as an experiment more than anything. You can't go into Curry's and test this out, do you know what I mean? But one of the biggest problems I've seen when people who have the grip, if I just get rid of Mr. Brother here, Mario, that's his surname, Brother, it doesn't fit in the official Retroid Pocket case, which is annoying. It doesn't fit with the grip on. What we're supposed to do, you know? Will they bring one out that fits it? Maybe. It's a way for them to make money. So you think, right, so I can either keep taking my device out of the grip and putting it back in the grip and putting it in the case. Or I can find a case that fits it with the grip. Now, people are saying buy, don't know if it's the Odin 2 case or there's some case out there, maybe it's an Anbernic, one of the RG device cases that fits it in. But what I have to hand is an Orsley Switch Lite case, which, surprise, surprise, had my Switch Lite in it. So, I mean, I've got my charge cable and my headphones in for the Retroid Pocket 5 because I've just been on a bit of a travel down to London, but I didn't actually play on it, so pointless mentioning it. But if you look at this, it fits perfectly in there, really nicely. Now, the problem you might have is how tight that is when it closes, and you have to push it a little bit to tighten it. So you might be thinking, but what about the joysticks, man? What about the joysticks? Well, they actually come off, which significantly reduces the height of your wiggle thing. And then you can just shut it. But don't lose these. Put them in the zip pocket here. And that's what I've been doing. So when I got this out to film, I still had them detached and I completely forgot that I'd taken them off. Just remember where you've put them, is my advice. It's also good on these if you want to upgrade the sticks, because you can just pop them off and put new ones on. I say, I'm making it look very difficult here. There we go. Sorted. Keep it in there, why not? So I'm going to ask you now, have you bought this grip? If you have, do you enjoy it? Does it make it ergonomically more comfortable? Does it improve your gameplay experience? If you haven't bought it, why? Is it because you're in America and there's tariffs? Do you not see the point? Do you have a different grip? Let me know in a comment. I want to know reasons for, reasons against, and even if you haven't had it, you don't own a Retroid device, you stumbled across this video and you think, yeah, I'm going to subscribe to Yorkshire Retro Gamer, please do. Like the video, share it, comment. Let me know though, that's the main thing. Do all the rest, subscribe, it's great, I love it. I'm over on Reddit if you want to, I'm top 1% poster on there by the way, in the Retroid subreddit, not to brag. But yeah, I'm over there, and if you want to comment and leave something in here, I will get to it eventually. I appreciate you watching, I hope you found that at least somewhat useful or entertaining. I'll see you next time when I buy another accessory for my Retroid Pocket 5. Cheerio.